Just at 6, Governor Snyder has come through with his promise to release his emails about the Flint water crisis.
7 investigator Jim Kirchner has been looking over these text messages frantically over the last hour or so and joins us now with more. What's in these documents here, Jim?
Yeah, these are emails. We were told it would be hundreds of pages, almost a ream, and indeed it is. Take a look, 274 pages in all. We've only had about an hour and a half to go through this, but take a look at what we are seeing. Take a look at February 1st, 2015, an email to the governor about a public meeting in Flint, and it says the quality of Flint water has been a high-profile concern in recent weeks, with residents complaining about the color, taste, and smell of tap water. Residents have attended meetings with jugs of brownish water, but nothing about lead. The switch to the Flint River from the Detroit system was in April of 2014, all done to save money. This past fall is where the talk of lead happens. An email from the governor's chief of staff, Dennis Muchmore, to the governor says the Department of Environmental Quality and the Department of Community Health feel that some in Flint are taking the very sensitive issue of children's exposure to lead and trying to turn it into a political football, claiming the departments are underestimating the impacts and trying to shift the responsibility to the state. Kildee, meaning Flint Congressman Dale Kildee, is asking for a call with you, Governor. That's tricky because he's sure to use it publicly. If you don't talk with him, it will just fan the narrative that the state is ducking responsibility. And this is key. I can't figure out why the state treasurer is responsible, except that Dillon, former state treasurer Andy Dillon, did make the ultimate decision, so we're not able to avoid the subject. The emergency manager running Flint was Darnell Early, who works with the state treasurer. The next day, September 26th, Muchmore continues to write to the governor. Kildee is engaged in his normal press hound routine, which is unfortunate because he's a really smart, talented guy who needs to roll up his sleeves, while Ananick, State Senator Jim Ananick, is looking for relief but doesn't know where it would come from, and as usual, is a positive force. Now get this is the bottom line. The governor has said he did not know about this lead problem in the Flint water until last October. All of this email shows he was told it was turning red hot in September over lead concerns. And ironically, the very first pages in this stack dating back to January 3rd, 2014, as you can see, are all redacted. And these came from the governor's own attorney, the civil counsel, a guy by the name of Mike Dola, who happens to be from Flint. So is this attorney-client privilege? Now, a couple of other notes. The governor is meeting with President Obama's point person late this afternoon to discuss help with Flint and those 100,000 people who still cannot drink their water. And also, the State House passed this afternoon on a vote 106-0 the governor's request for $28 million to help Flint.
Now, some of the early allegations are that the governor knew about the lead in the water more than a year ago. You see nothing in these emails that would support that.
Nothing so far.
Okay, so it goes back to September, October is the period of time we're talking
Which
about.
is within a couple of days,
Right.
maybe a week or so, of what he has said.
Okay.
And bottom line, we know a lawyer has gotten involved for residents in Flint, but they say it's still going to be a tough case going forward, trying to take any kind of legal action against the governor.
Yeah, because they have a certain amount of governmental immunity, especially in cases like this, but who knows? This might be the brand new test case.
We'll have to wait and see as it goes forward, right?
Thanks, Jim.
Bet.
Flint Mayor